Hello students, in this video I am going to discuss about chapter number 15, water and its importance. So in this chapter we will learn about different topics like sources of water, its importance, states of water, about water cycle, conservation of water, drought and flood, etc. So the first is sources of water. So students, water reaches our home through the taps, and this water mainly comes from the different sources like rainwater, surface water and groundwater. Students, rainwater is the main source of the fresh water. This water is collected in the rivers, ponds and lakes. After that, surface water. Now students, the water that is present on the surface of the earth like in oceans, seas, rivers, lakes, streams is called surface water. Now students, beside rainwater, water from melting snow also contributes to the surface water, which is also a fresh water. Now seawater contains a large amount of salt, therefore it is not fit for drinking purpose, household uses and farming. Now the groundwater. Now students, the water which is present underground is known as groundwater. So students, when the rain falls, the rainwater seeps through the soil and is stored in the underground. And students, this underground water can be obtained by digging wells. It can also be pumped out through the hand operated wells and power operated tube wells. Now the next is importance of water. So students, as we know that water is very important for the life process. It is important for the plants as well as human beings. So what's the importance? So the first one is it required for the important processes such as photosynthesis in the plants and digestion in the animals. It is required for the growth of the plants and germination of seeds also. It makes up 70% of blood. Blood helps in the transportation of nutrients, gases and waste in our body. Students, water also maintain our body temperature. Just because in summer evaporation of water from our body helps to keep the body cool. Now students, we use water for the different purposes like in agriculture needs, in industrial purpose and in domestic needs. So students, the water which is used in drinking, bathing, clothing, cooking, cleaning, watering the plants is the domestic need. While in agriculture, water is need to grow the crops. Farmers specially rely on the water to sustain their agricultural crops such as wheat and paddy. Also students, in factories use a large amount of water in every day as raw material for cleaning, heating, cooling, generating electricity, etc. Now, students, apart from these uses, water is also used for transportation. Students, now the states of water. So students, in nature, water exists in three states. It could be in the form of liquid like rain, river, sea, in the form of solid, for example ice, snow, etc., and in the form of gas, for example water vapor and steam. Now students, we can also change the state of water from one state to the another. Like we can change the liquid into solid or solid into liquid. Similarly, the liquid in the gas and gas in the liquid. Now students, when we change a liquid into its gaseous state, then it is known as evaporation. So the definition is the process through which a liquid changes into its gaseous state is known as evaporation. Also students, the rate of evaporation is increases as we increase the temperature. Therefore, this is the reason why clothes dry faster under the sun than under the shade. Now students, in the summer when the temperature is at its peak, the heat of the sun evaporates the water which is present in the water bodies like seas, river, oceans, and this water evaporates and forms in the water vapor which exists in the air. Students, you can also perform these experiments of evaporation in your home. Like you have to take the two bowls which contains the equal amount of water. Now the one bowl you have to keep in the shade, like in the room where no sunlight passes, while the other bowl you have to place where the sunlight is directly received. Now after 2 or 3 hours you observed both the bowls. The bowl which you have put in the room will remains the same quantity of water, while the bowl which you have kept in the sunlight has the less water. And this is how water, you can see that water evaporates fast under the sunlight. Now the next is condensation. So students, the process through which a gas changes into its liquid state is called condensation. Now students, the water vapor which are present in the atmosphere due to evaporation, that water vapor condenses when it comes in the contact with the cool surface. Like water condenses as small droplets on the surface of the water that was containing the cold water. Now students, cloud formation. So students, the formation of clouds occur due to the process of condensation. Now students, when the temperature of the air increases, the air expands, and this makes the air lighter and it rises in the atmosphere, taking water vapors with it which were formed due to the evaporation process. Now students, as the air rises, it begins to cool. The water vapor condenses on the dust particle present in the atmosphere to form millions of the tiny droplets. And these several such tiny droplets come together to form cloud. Now students, inside the cloud, tiny droplets of water join to form a larger drop. Now when these drops become too heavy, they fall down as a rain. In very cold places, these water drops freezes and fall down as a snow or hailstones. Students, the next topic is very interesting and very important topic of the chapter, which is water cycle. Now students, there is a continuous cyclic movement of water between the earth and the atmosphere. And this cyclic movement of water from the atmosphere to the earth and back to the atmosphere is known as water cycle. Now students, water cycle helps to provide a constant supply of fresh water on the earth. Now students, it starts from the evaporation process. Now the students, due to the sun's heat, water evaporates in the large amount from the water bodies like rivers, oceans and lakes. And this water vapor exists in the atmosphere. Students, transpiration also helps in the formation of water vapor which was present in the atmosphere. So students, transpiration is a process through which plants loses water vapor to the atmosphere through their leaves. Now students, when these water vapor goes upward due to the rise in air, just because during the high temperature air's weight gets lower. Now when they goes upside, condensation was followed. In the atmosphere, water vapor condenses, which means cools down to form the tiny droplets of water, and that was known as clouds. Now students, when these drops become too heavy to float in the water, they drop down back to the earth as rain. Now students, some of the rainwater seeps down through the soil and stored in the groundwater, and this process is known as percolation. And the rest of the water goes in the rivers, lakes, ponds and streams. Now students, when this water again evaporates and goes up to form the clouds again. Now this cycle repeat and this forms a water cycle. Now students, this is a very simple and relatable diagram of water cycle. So the firstly evaporation held, then transpiration, then condensation, and then precipitation. The students, the next is drought and flood. Now, students, sometimes it does not rain for a long time, for an entire month, 2 months, or the whole season. Now, this abnormally long period of insufficient or no rainfall is called drought. During drought, rivers run dry, water level in the lakes goes down, and even the water in the soil dries up. There is very little or no water available during the drought. Students, most of the plants die, leading to the lack of food in the region. And when there was no plants, animals that survive on the plants also die. Animals and human beings also die due to the thirst and dehydration, which means excessive loss of water from the body. Now, the next is flood. So, just as too little rain is bad, too much rain is bad as well. It leads to the water being everywhere. Sometimes the entire area remain the water or submerged. So the students, a condition when the ground becomes submerged under the water due to heavy rainfall and overflowing of river is called flood. Now students, during the flood, crops and plants die due to suffocation by excess water and due to soil being washed away, robbing their roots of support. Also, flood causes diseases, starvation, loss of life and property. Students, in the flood, as crops destroyed, which leads to the shortage of food. Now, students, since only a small percentage of water of our planet is usable, so it is very important that we use water carefully. So the students, conservation of the water refers to its wise use and prevention of its wastage. So here are some of the ways that are used for conserving water. So the first is rainwater harvesting. So students, the rainwater can be used by storing it. Now the students, the process of collecting and storing rainwater from the roofs or the surface catchment is called rainwater harvesting. Storing rainwater that collects on the roofs instead of letting it go down the drain, it is a practical solution in the case of droughts. This technique is known as rooftop rainwater harvesting. This involves collecting rainwater from the rooftops in dugout ponds, vessels, or underground water tanks. Now, the students, the next way is avoiding dirtying of water, which means preventing water pollution. Now, students, untreated chemical waste from the industries and sewage are often dumped into the rivers, and this causes the pollution of the water. Such waste must be treated to remove their harmful contents before disposing them into the water. Students, reusing of water is the best way for preventing it from the wastage. Now, the students, wastewater from the kitchen, bathing, laundry can be reused for washing the cars, flushing the toilets. Similarly, industrial water can also be recycled and reused in the industries. Now, students, how we avoid wastage of water? So, we can do the simple things to save the water at home. Like take a water in the bucket for bath instead of using shower. Repair all the leaky pipes and taps, and do not leave the tap running while they're brushing your teeth. Also use a wet cloth to clean the car instead of using a hose. Instead of using running water for washing utensils, soak them first in the tub and sink and wash them in another using thin trickle only to rinse off. Also, students, water plants and grass early in the morning so that the water gets absorbed before the sun evaporates it. Watering by hand saves a lot of water. Now students, here it is given the summing up of the chapter. Now the students water and its sources are like rainwater, surface water, sea water and groundwater. Also students, the states of water are like solid, liquid and gases. Now students, we can conserve the water by harvesting rainwater and avoid wastage and dirtying of water, and also by reusing the wastewater. Now students, the most important is water cycle. So students, firstly the water evaporates due to the sun's heat from the oceans, rivers, lakes into the water vapor. Also transpiration helps in water vapor to in the atmosphere through the leaves. After that, condensation held when the water vapor cools down and forms tiny of the droplets of water which forms cloud. In precipitation process, the water droplets which get heavier in the cloud which falls down as rain, hail or snow. Now after this percolation held, like some water which was fallen due to the precipitation process seeps through the soil and is stored as a groundwater, while the rest of the water stored in the river, lakes, ponds, etc.